After just 10 months of investing monies in my CPF OA account, I cashed out and realized an 11% profit, around $4,600. I honestly didn't expect to do this so soon, but let's walk through the entire thought process behind everything. Timestamps will be made available down in the description box below, so skip around if you would like to. Without further ado, let's dive straight in. 15 January this year, I transferred $41,000 from my CPF Ordinary Account to the investment account and invested it all into the Amodi Prime USA Fund on Endowus platform. Back then, Poems hadn't launched their zero-fee structure yet, so Endowus was the only available option I had. At that point, my only property plan was to buy a BTO or a resale flat at 35 as a single. I had zero intentions of buying a private property earlier because my whole lifestyle was built around the fact that I would spend a few months in Korea doing what I'm doing right now, then go back to Singapore to spend time with family. But mid this year, something actually changed. My dad fell sick, and it wasn't just a cold or a flu, but something much more serious than that. And a few months later, we also welcomed a new baby into the family. I now have 2 nieces. The questions that I used to ask myself suddenly felt very real. How much more time do I have left with my aging parents? How much am I missing out by being away from my nieces as they grow up? If you've been following along, I did mention this briefly in my vlog when I flew from Singapore to Korea just earlier this month in this video. I'll link it up above and down in the description box below. But to put it simply, I just couldn't balance doing what I love, documenting my financial journey on the various platforms with wanting to be physically present for my family. So this led me to 2 options. Option 1 is to rent an office space or rent a house and then move out in Singapore. But renting to me, honestly, don't feel right. The money could instead go into a mortgage. So that is option 2, which is to buy a private property because I'm only 29 years old this year. I can't apply for public housing yet. To build a place in the one place where the people I love are at. And yes, even though I'm still in Korea for the next 7 months, in between, I'm still popping back to Singapore to see family and also to attend to some work stuff. Financially, I don't feel ready yet, but in 7 months next year, I might be in a much stronger position. One thing I've realized after going through all of this and reevaluating everything is that life happens and your money plans shift. A lot of our financial decisions are not calculated or perfect. They are shaped around relationships, health, responsibilities, and the different seasons that we go through in life. And that's exactly why I invested my OA funds back then and why I'm withdrawing them now. So the numbers, let's go into all of that. The 10-month investing journey. So 15 Jan, invested $41,000. April Liberation Day tariffs happened and the entire portfolio dropped to $33,902, a $7,000 drop. To be honest, I didn't feel much seeing this drop because I knew that the plan was to invest for the next 5 years before needing the money for a house at 35. I know that long-term, the S&P 500 tends to perform. And even if 5 years later it didn't, when I want to apply for a public house, I could just keep this amount invested and fall back on my cash or other more liquid investments that I had. And because I understood exactly why and what I was investing into, I barely checked the portfolio. I can literally count with the number of fingers that I have, the number of times I opened my Endowus app. In my Life and Money journal, I wrote this under the investing and wealth building chapter, that investing starts with understanding who you are, not copying what everyone else is doing. That is what is going to determine whether you can sit through this kind of volatility. For those of you who are wondering what exactly is this Life and Money journal, I have not announced it on YouTube yet. I will in an official video, but a sneak preview is that I have 6 chapters in this journal where I really just write about whatever that is going on, my experiences and what is to come, the mindsets, the heart behind it, and it's my inner circle community that I've just created. If you'd like to find out more details, I'll put this QR code over here, or you can check out the link in the description box below to find out more. I will create a video about this in more details in subsequent parts, so if you're interested, do follow along, subscribe and turn on the notification bells. So throughout these 10 months, I didn't touch the entire portfolio for 2 reasons. Number 1, I didn't have extra CPF Ordinary Account money to invest when the market dipped because I'm self-employed. Up until recently, I'm now employed under my own company. And number 2, my housing plans only changed recently, which brings me to the decision of liquidation. When I return back to Singapore mid next year, I will start house hunting. I won't know what the market will look like in 7 months from now. It could go higher, and instead of the 11% profit, it could be 20 to 30%. Conversely, it could also drop and I'd be sitting on a 20 to 30% paper loss. For the peace of mind, I'd rather lock in that 11%, or to be exact, $4,627.85 profits after just 10 months of investing. I think the key to any kinds of investments that we do is to understand who we are first. If you can't stomach this kind of volatility, I do want to say, even in something as diversified as the S&P 500, please do not invest your CPF Ordinary Account money, because in CPF, you will already earn 2.5% per annum, and the first 20,000 will earn 3.5% per annum. Treat it like a stable bond-like part in your net worth. If you're in your late 20s like me and planning for a home around 35 or in the near future, I hope this video helps you understand a little bit better on when and when not to invest your CPF Ordinary Account monies. Your investment decisions don't exist separately from your life, they coexist. I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. If you want to find out more about the Inner Circle community, my life and money journal, letting you guys into a snippet of who I am and what I think about everything about life and money, you can join that community, and I look forward to seeing you guys over there. If this video has helped you one way or another, I would appreciate it if you could give it a like. Let me know down in the comment section below if you have any advice for me when it comes to house planning, preparing, all that kind of things. I wish you guys an amazing week ahead, and as usual, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.